No matter what spiritual path you take, Sufi, Buddhist, Christian, Jewish, Muslim, Taoist, Advaita, Dzogchen, one day you arrive at a sheer cliff where the path ends. At that precipice you face a seeming void, the voiding of yourself. It can be a scary place. Most of us have had the experience of turning around at that point and making camp back in the familiar hills of our specific path, to be assured by its practices, stories, and promises. After all, who in their right mind would step off that cliff? There must be another way around if I want awakening, enlightenment, freedom, if I want to be in the God's presence. I want to be there when it happens and not voided in some spacey emptiness. It's not surprising there is confusion about this. Selflessness, ego death, egolessness, fana, the Sufi term, psychic death, the Jungian term, self-transcendence, self-surrender, the dark night of the soul. However it has been described, the precipice and what it represents feels like a threat to our sense of rootedness as existent beings. It seems only natural to withdraw from its edge. Since birth, we've struggled to establish our moorings in this reality by identifying ourselves with various layers of our experience, whether it be our body, our gender, ethnicity, religion, opinions, or other more subtle forms of identification. Of course, there is some utility to this, at least when we can hold our self-identifications lightly. But when we hold them tightly, when we assume that what we identify ourselves with represents the truth of what we are, we set ourselves up for conflict and suffering. We may have heard this expressed 1,000 times in the teachings of spiritual path, and we may accept it intellectually. But the obliteration we fear as we waver on the precipice of selflessness can still make us pull back from opening into its spaciousness. There's a simple way to practice relaxing our grip on our self-sense that's available to us at every moment, if we can recognize it for what it is. We don't have to be in a refined state of meditation or self-analysis. It's an opening offered to us continuously, and it doesn't take any preparation to experience it. Simply be present right now. It's easy because it's already given to us. There's nothing we have to do to make it happen. Notice that when you turn your attention to the presence of this very moment, there is a little gap. It may only last for a few seconds. It's when you relax from doing anything at all, when you stop reading these words, when you're in between thoughts and you're not busy judging what just happened or planning what might happen next. Notice that in this gap there is no sense of you. Your memories are not there, your language is not there, your attitudes about things are not there. Even your name is absent, even your gender, even your religion. There's just this empty, open, clear moment, and it's selfless. Learning to relax knowingly in this present moment, even for periods of a few seconds, purifies us. It doesn't take being an advanced practitioner to let this happen. It's not even scary, since this gap is familiar and doesn't carry the big name of ego death with it. For a moment or two, You know yourself without your identities and attitudes. You're just here, being you, empty and fresh and present. These little moments of purification are available to us at any time, and the more we refresh ourselves in them, the easier it is for us to realize that selflessness is not something frightening or obliterating. It's our natural state, and we've known it all along.